Okay, we are live. Father Miller here. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, looks like Streamyard is finally working. I've had troubles with it for like the last few months. So,
yeah.
How are you guys?
I'm all right. How you doing, Archer?
I'm okay. I missed the last one, unfortunately.
Last one?
Okay.
Last one a couple of weeks ago.
Well, so 2 weeks ago, I couldn't do it last week because my niece was playing softball, not about an hour and a half from here, so I went up to see her because I don't get to see her very often. So yeah, it's and as I was telling Ian before we went live, we got one more day of school before finals. So summer's almost here.
Yeah.
It's quite warm today, so I reckon summer is here, especially in England because it always rains. But hey, it was quite nice weather today we've got over here.
I got starting to do lots of reenactment shows starting at the end of the month, so definitely means summer's here.
So what's on the docket for today, Father?
I don't really know. I mean, there's Indiana Jones. There's Doctor Who, as always. I'm not going to go see Fast and Furious because I've never seen one of them.
Oh, X. Fast and Furious X, it's called, isn't
Whatever.
it? Or 10 or whatever you want to call it. But
whatever.
I saw the clip from Dial of Destiny, and
I think is that the one where they're in the chase?
Yeah. And I just think, that what's her name, Fleabag girl, I just think she just comes across as really like know-it-all kind of.
Yeah.
And also I read today in some of the bump that Indiana Jones's marriage failed. Oh, what a surprise. So Marion's not in it. Do you know what I mean? Bad dad, a man can't keep a marriage together. It's ridiculous.
0-2.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Well, he failed in Star Wars. He's now failed in Indiana Jones.
Yeah, so it's just the agenda running through it again. Sorry, Archer, what were you going to say, mate?
I was going to say he fought the Nazis, but apparently he also stole from indigenous peoples.
Yeah. I saw an episode of Dead Ringers today. Basically, it's a remake of David Cronenberg's Dead Ringers, based on a novel. And this version has Rachel Weisz in it. Who plays, because Dead Ringers is about twins. I don't know if you've seen the original.
No,
but it's about.
I thought you were talking about the TV series, but the Impressionist series when you said that.
No, well, it is a TV series. The Rachel Weisz version of the TV series. Basically, what it's about two doctors who are identical. So the original film had Jeremy Irons playing the two doctors, and they're basically trying to. I can't remember the plot, but basically it's like one of them is bad, one of them's good, and all that stuff. And then I just watched 2 episodes because it's a 4-episode thing of the woke version today. What a surprise! Every male is weak in it, and it's very foul, and there's a lot of blood in it and stuff like that. But this is the way things are going, so whatever.
On the plus side, you enter a competition, you might actually be able to win a seat on the Galactic Star Cruiser. Oh wait,
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, do they have Spirit Halloween stores over in England?
No, they don't.
Sorry, that's my phone just had a text. Why would you text when in the middle of doing something?
Loads of texts from Captain Kirk.
Close, yes. So you recognise the sound.
Picking them up.
What's funny? I had I put a contact on someone's stream that I can't remember who it was, on account of what my dialing tone is. It's the theme tune from a certain film which the BBC apparently doesn't like.
Okay.
A film which the BBC apparently thinks what it was based on was an infamous act during the war.
The War Games?
No, it starts bomb, 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 bomb. The Dam Busters.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Which one?
The Dam Busters.
Oh, yeah. With the word that shall not be named.
So
Yeah.
I read that Dial of Destiny was in Cannes, and the French people weren't impressed, and nobody laughed at what's her name. You don't know if this is true or not. Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, seriously, I don't care. I mean, I might catch it in the cinema if I feel up to it, but I know I'm going to be disappointed, and I think it's about time people that are not part of the woke industry start creating their own films and start, creating new stuff and
Yeah,
moving forward. That
definitely.
I think it's the best thing to
Now,
do, really.
is the writer's strike affecting the filming of
Yes,
anything?
everything stopped in America.
For
Everything has
movies. For
stopped.
movies too.
No, for TV and movies.
Oh,
Yeah, both. In
and
England, it's not. I think it's still going. But I think if there's a film that's connected with the Americans, then yeah, that stopped. But everything else is still going over
because
here.
I saw Good Omens season 2 is supposed to be coming out, but I'm kind of scared of that.
Why?
Well, there's no source material, so who knows what
Oh,
it's going to be about.
yeah.
It's
And I just say boo to PJ.
Oh yeah, PJ.
Oh,
Boo.
PJ.
Mm,
Well, as long as you're not too busy later on, mate. We've got
Yeah.
our Castles Crusades again up later on this evening. Yeah, I mean the thing with the writing is, I think it's affecting some over here, but
yeah, not a lot though.
no.
Just
No.
the ones that are connected with the American productions.
Yeah, which they said
co-production.
apparently it's supposed to be carrying on, but without the showrunners because they're also writers or something. So they
I
say
know,
To be
nothing
honest, there's really
valuable.
nothing out there that I want to see anyway.
No.
I know that the part of the Writers Guild is about AI. I know that the Writers Guild is that don't want AI involved in any of the productions whatsoever. Because, look, quite frankly, this AI thing really does scare me. It's learning at a fantastic rate, and what makes me laugh is they said, "Oh no, we're in control of AI," but they're not really. If AI is that clever, it's going to figure out a way of how to stop anyone controlling it. So I think we might be in trouble in the future if they don't.
So how soon till Skynet?
Yeah,
Well,
well,
did you see Dave Cullen dropped a video about that about halfway through? He comes on campus. Look, just to show you I'm a real human being doing this. About 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, but I mean, he did have a point, and
oh yeah,
I mean, the thing is though, it is pretty scary when you think about it because it's only taken a year and a half to get to the point where that AI is actually creating humans on screen and making them walk around and stuff like that. So what is it going to do in the next year or so, even 2 years? What is it going to be able to create with AI? So it's a bit
See,
scary.
the thing that I'm interested, I need to find out more from an educational viewpoint is, are students using it to cheat?
They are.
yeah.
There's no doubt. Of course they are. And there's no way to find out either. Unless you sit them down, ask them questions about what they wrote in depth, and then you'll find out. You have to make a decision.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as I said, it's controlled AI can be a good tool, but it does. I mean, the way the world's going now, it looks like people are just after power. That's all. They're not concerned about the little people and trying to help them more so now than ever, which I'm quite ashamed of the human race going this way. Even our governments are blatantly lying to us and then denying the lies. And what's worse is that our society is supporting them because they want an easy life. They don't really want to fight. And so it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better as far as I'm concerned. But then again, who knows? Who knows?
Well, I mean, if the AI could do a better movie than Kathleen Kennedy, then
that's not hard.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Low bar.
Very low bar.
Well, the interesting thing is there's a lot of, I mean, obviously, the idea of AI in science fiction goes back a long time. I mean,
well, the Forbin Project. Have you guys seen that one?
Yep, saw that one. I mean, or how? But the interesting thing is, it nearly always seems to be, I don't know, maybe because it makes better drama. that the AI is going to go crazy and go Skynet on us.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen, but
yeah, I mean, possibly, but an even more frightening version, perhaps, is one I've not read many of the books, but I've read a couple. I think it's Ian Banks's Culture series, where they have an AI, and the AI is literally, I think they end up taking over, but they are beneficent rulers. And they are prepared to sacrifice themselves and all this sort of thing, for the good of everyone. The only problem in that is they expect everyone else to be the same. So they expect the humans to live up to those standards. Which of course, humans being humans, a lot of the time, no.
Well, as I said, it doesn't look like this stuff is going to stop at any time. I mean, they're obviously what's really worrying is that that now YouTubers seem to be making videos because it makes them money to slag off TV shows and films and stuff like that. But the scary thing about that is that one, it's given them exposure, these films exposure and stuff, and two, right, people, you could kind of like not want to watch it because there's too much on YouTube, do you know what I mean? And then the message doesn't come across. I don't know what to do. How do you fight against something like this? Because the people that putting this crap out, they can literally use it to their own advantage, especially the negative reviews, to get an exposure anyway. So it's what do you do? That's the question.
Have you just watched another Dave Cullen video?
Dave what?
A Dave Cullen video.
Oh, I thought you said another word there.
No, because I was literally watching the one before we waited to start, where he's talking about that, about not engaging with all the negative publicity and all the rest of it, to start with publicity.
Yeah, it makes sense, really.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I should watch that one, but it makes sense, really. I mean, if your intentions is to make everybody realize what's going on in social media, then you're giving them free publicity. So what do you do, really? That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So this is AI ad I saw for just a generic beer commercial. I don't know if you've seen this.
No, I haven't.
350,000 times.
It was written by AI?
AI.
But it was written by AI. It wasn't created by AI.
AI generated beer commercial.
Wow.
But this was filmed by people, right?
I think it looks like it's fake.
Yeah.
Oh, so AI created all these people.
I think so.
Wow, that's madness. You see what AI can do? That's what I'm saying. It's.
You can also tell that it wasn't created by humans because of the people that were in it.
Yeah.
There were people in it that we're not allowed to see on screen anymore.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Real people.
Yeah. The Doctor Who thing isn't getting any better, is it? Is it, Father?
I want it to look good. I just don't know.
I don't know either. Did you see the BAFTAs? The pictures from the BAFTAs?
No.
What's her name? Catherine Tate came with this dress, and
oh yeah, I saw that.
Anyway.
Unfortunately, I saw that.
What the hell?
What's it someone said about she's hiding two bald men in there?
But she just looked awful. And then Billy turned up. Not Billy? Billy. What's her face? Turned up.
The new companion.
No, Rose, the girl who played Rose.
Billy Piper.
The guy.
Turned up. She turned up in some kind of, I don't know what she was dressed in. It was ridiculous. David Tennant was the only one who looked okay, actually, in his tuxedo thing, but everybody else just looked like they went crazy over designs and stuff. So I don't know. It's just dear.
I've long since come to the conclusion that actually award shows and the like are an absolute mega troll. They're a fashion industry competing to see who can make celebrities look the most stupid voluntarily.
Oh, speaking of which, let me see if I can find the image.
What of Catherine Tate?
No, celebrities.
Oh,
Because I don't know if you've been following the latest on Harry and Meg.
oh no, what's going on with that?
Harry claimed that they were in a almost fatal collision, being chased by paparazzi over here.
Oh, okay, like his mum.
Yeah, so but the thing is, they've been called out on their bull because the media cameras haven't been able to prove it. So whoever at the New York Post, I'm bringing the image up.
Mm.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think that's great. But so they said they were chased by paparazzi, right? Is this true? But there's no photographic evidence. There's no. Is that what you're saying?
Well, even the cab driver said it wasn't anything bad.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes, as Derek says, high speed chase in New York. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
someone
I
else
guess
pointed that out as well. Yeah.
this is like after Harry was asking the UK courts for more police protection when he comes in.
Mm. But nobody really cares about them anymore because he came in for his dad's crowning, so to speak.
Not for very long.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. The thing is, though, in his defense, it was his son's birthday on the same day, so he came in just to kind of say hi and then left, flew back to his son because it was his son's birthday.
My sister shares a birthday with a royal adjacent. Let us say that.
What do you guys think of that then, about England having a king and the actual ceremony?
I'm actually listening to. Let me just see if I can bring up the book name. Sally Bedell Smith's George VI and Elizabeth: The Marriage to Save the Monarchy.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it. It's just got into the World War II times.
But what do you think of what happened? What do you think of the ceremony, and what do you think?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. What about you, Archer?
I mean, I got up early to watch it.
Right.
I must admit, I actually didn't watch it, but then I grew up with within it, if you like. I mean, I think I've decided. Someone had a quote the other day that I think I'm a monarchist rather than a royalist at the moment. I think it's something we've done. I think the pageant doing that is something we've done well for 1,000 years. We've got the history for it.
Yeah,
I will say there's no way this could have. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say I've always felt sorry for His Majesty in that for all everybody complains about privilege, this and that. He was quite literally born for one role and one role only, and he was unable to fulfill that until his mother passed away.
I mean, I don't really care about the royal family, but I think they're only there for one thing and one thing only, is to bring in tourists to the country. Because let's face it, they don't really do much. They travel around. When they travel around and they go to other countries, that's basically an advert for come and visit England, isn't it? So
yeah, but when's the last? I can't tell you the last time Queen Elizabeth was over here.
Yeah, but but it was the last royals that were over in America was, apart from Harry and Meghan, of course, was William and wasn't it? So they were over there trying to.
Jed.
Hey,
Jed.
Let me get my church lady queued up.
Yeah. I
was going to ask you, Father.
Go ahead, Colin. Sorry.
So, church lady.
Yeah.
I think I got all the cussing out done when we just did the Mortal Kombat stream. So
that is that a clip from
Dana
Saturday Night
Carvey's
Live? It is.
Saturday Night Live.
Because it came up on a stream a while ago, and I'm thinking, hold on a minute, is that or isn't that the church? I thought it was.
That's Saturday Night Live.
I thought, that's where he gets it from. Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
Dear.
Yeah. Because it was someone else that I think was being quoted, but I wasn't familiar with it.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw it, I thought, wait a second. That's Father Miller's church lady, isn't it?
I still can't believe Saturday Night Live is still going.
Well, it's not Saturday Night Live anymore.
It isn't.
It's just
garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage. The left took it over, man. So.
All right.
I think it was Rob Schneider said after Kate McKinnon did the Hillary Clinton singing Hallelujah after the 2016 election, it just died.
Yeah, it's just gone.
But it's still going though, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm shocked they're still going.
So it's woke now then. Is that what you
it's woke leftist. They even had a song at one point about the beer bug, so.
Well, I mean, there are literally, I've got a couple of friends that lives in LA, and I was speaking to them a couple of weeks ago, and they are literally scared of not working ever again. That's how bad it is over there. Everybody's scared to speak their minds and talk about this. So they really got a stronghold in Hollywood. Yeah. But I think the only way to combat this is to actually create your own stuff. And I think the people that are being ostracized in America, they should all team up because there's a lot of them, and basically, create their own work and stuff. Well, because at the end of the day, people just, and in organizations and companies and people, things like Cannes and stuff like that, all they want is profit. So if you can make a profit, people are gonna talk to you. Filmmakers, and distributors are gonna talk to you. So that's what they need to do.
If people put the product out there and the public, the paying customers, as Gary would put it, pay and support it, that's going to go, and it doesn't matter as long as the people behind it can say, okay, fine, can learn to say the word no to the wokies who've never heard that word in their life.
Yeah.
Say no, fine. That's your opinion. I don't care what you say. I disagree with your meaning for that word. I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. Then I think that's what needs to happen. I think that's starting to happen.
I think Ricky Gervais was talking about it. He was saying that, so Hollywood had a stronghold. Obviously, the Hollywood system had a stronghold in LA, and then suddenly Netflix came along, and all the actors was abandoning the main studios, and they were working for Netflix. Now, if that can happen, because it's money at the end of the day, they abandoned their studios because there was more money in Netflix and more exposure for them. So if that can happen, imagine if you created another arm that didn't subject their stuff to woke stuff, and it was making money. I'm pretty sure that most actors will definitely defect.
Yeah.
So,
well, I was just going to play this clip from Norm Macdonald. I'm sure Jed knows about this one.
Yeah, we actually played this clip a few times before on the show, haven't we?
What about him? About Bill Clinton?
Yeah, we played it.
Oh, well, then I don't need to do it.
Yeah, I was like, no, go ahead and do it because Norm is right. Please go do it, Father.
Oh, well, now I got to find it again.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's funny you should say it.
Norm was awesome. R.I.P. Norm, man.
Yeah.
Homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Murderers. Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, we're not.
I can't stand Joy Behar.
Oh,
which one's that?
The redhead that said, "Who did he kill?"
What does everybody think of what's happening?
She's on the ABC show over here called The View with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
it's really bad, and it's gotten worse over the years.
In England, it's called Loose Women.
Yeah, Loose Women. Loose Women used to be. I used to watch that regularly years ago.
And Israel tried to get the rabbi to confirm it. It's a bunch of yentas.
Did you see, Ian, that Carol McGiffin's been appearing in the news talking about loose women and things recently? Apparently she left it, came back, and she left it again because she doesn't like the politics going on there as well, apparently.
Yeah, I mean it's everywhere. It's on ITV, it's on BBC, it's on Channel 4. I mean this whole thing about Basically, what it's about. It's about power, but below that, it's about destroying men and destroying women, and I would hate to say it, but destroying everything that's wholesome, like religion,
Yeah,
families,
Yeah, it
and
is.
everything. That's basically the underlining thing
It
these
is.
people want to do, and it's madness, absolute madness.
They
Divide
want to-
and conquer. That's what they're trying
Yeah,
to
it
do.
is.
to destroy Western civilization, what we call Western civilization, because they don't like the fact that it was the best one we've had.
True.
Interesting, because I
Well, it
saw.
also reminds me. I just was reading an article this morning about. I think it's a Jewish teacher. I'll have to talk to the rabbi on this at a Catholic university, based blaming Christianity for the persecution or whatever of the Jews.
Well,
I mean, it's a little bit more complicated than just that.
Yeah, it's 2,000 years of history behind it for starters.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, right? You know, again, right? At the end of the day, I think people need to wake up and realize that the people that are in charge, so-called in charge, they're not for us. They're not for. They look. What makes me laugh is I see an advert almost every day. It's an advert that goes like this: "These people are suffering. They're not being fed. We need your help." Every day I see an advert like that, and I'm thinking to myself, why am I watching this? Why aren't they asking Elon Musk, help us to feed the third world? Why aren't they asking rich people? They're asking poor people to donate money to these causes.
They do the same thing out here.
There are
Ian.
billions of, there are thousands, maybe even more so, billionaires out there that can actually help, truly help. Why are they pointing in our direction?
Oh, Father. I knew he was gonna do this.
Who's this?
It's what they usually play over here when.
There was this one with the ASPCA where, remember that was the most depressing commercial you've ever seen in your life.
Arms of an Angel, and you see these
I was
homeless
going
dogs.
And
I vaguely
there-
recognise that.
these malnourished cats and dogs, and they looked all mangled, and it was like one of the most messed up commercials I've ever seen on TV.
Well, they even parodied it in South Park.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
they
I'm saying.
did. They did. It was
They've paid everything in South Park, haven't they?
I don't understand why, when they have, children in need or something like that, telephone, whatever, they're talking to poor people to donate. It's like, well, why aren't you talking to the banks? Why aren't you addressing the banks to actually help? Because they have
they're
all the
all in
money.
on it, Ian. The
What's
banks are
that?
in on it. Like, and I'm gonna bring a hot take. I think Elon's in on some shit now too. Oh, I just said it. I got it.
All I can say right now is shame, 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 shame.
Sorry, Father.
Hey,
Gonna come out.
well,
That came out naturally. That one I didn't. I'm not gonna say this because Elon said he was all for free speech and everything else, and then he goes and does this other thing with the CEO. So
Yeah.
well, he said some other stuff in the past too, or some of the stuff he supports.
yeah,
But
so I don't trust. Like, dude, that just gave me a little bit more less trust in him.
You got
Because-
to use your gut instincts.
Yeah,
My gut
and I
instincts
was
tells
just
me. Well, my gut instincts tell me that Elon Musk has the best intentions, but navigating through the media and people that are actually telling other people what he's like is really, really hard.
Yeah.
My gut instincts tell me he's a good man, but he's trying his best. That's what it's the same thing with some of the politicians over here as well that didn't get voted in.
Yeah.
My gut instincts tells me that they were good, but unfortunately the system kind of brought them down.
Well, that's kind of
difficult.
like with Trump when he every time he wanted to put a law in effect or something else, he had all these Democrats and sometimes Republicans on his butt.
Yep.
And he was just trying to put good laws in place so people can have food, have money, and everything else, man.
See, the problem, and I'll get a little political here, but the problem with Trump is he needs to learn prudence in his speech.
Okay, so did you see the CNN? He did.
Part of it.
He
That was glorious.
Dude, he did. He had it, but at the end, Some truck came out because he got fed up with the woman. He had self-control the whole time, but at the end,
But
it
I
kind of
mean, the
got.
thing is, stop going back to 2020. Let's focus on the
Yeah, I
future.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, the more that he
Well-
goes back to 2020, the more it's going to hurt him.
Well, and here my thing, because me and Wes and somebody I think it was Joe, we did a full. Me and Wes did Wes Moody. You know who he is, Father, don't you? Wes Moody.
I don't know if I do.
Okay, so I don't know if anybody. Wes is a good dude. I usually stream with him sometimes when he can, because he's busy too. And Joe is a good dude. And so me and him were like, dude, we need to jump on this. I want to show this whole thing. We showed the whole thing on YouTube, and we didn't get taken down or anything. The whole thing, and it was it was only about an hour long, hour 15, hour 20. We went 4 hours.
Wow.
Discussing the whole thing. We would stop, start, discuss, and then some.
Well,
See, I will go off a little bit on a tangent here. The one that I'm really disappointed right now in is Steven Crowder.
Oh yeah, Crowder.
I mean, I've always been a Dave Landau fan. I've been following Crowder for 14 years.
Yeah.
But since Dave left, it's not the same.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened when I noticed, because I only catch him on YouTube. I mean, I'm not on my club.
Yeah.
I don't do Rumble. And I just noticed he came out, and all of a sudden Dave Landau's not there, and apparently they've had some sort of split him. And I don't know what's going.
No idea what you're talking
Yeah.
about. No idea who that fella is. What you're talking about? Crowder? Who's
Crowder,
he?
yeah.
Steven Crowder. Louder with Crowder.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can bring up a clip of his.
No idea.
But what you were saying here about the about these always the NGOs and always wanting to attract, look at these poor people and these poor people there. It reminds me. I'm going way back to a very good sketch. The last episode or two of the West Wing, and that shows how this one was. There's a bit where hunted, and the guy's actually he's in fact, the guy could almost be an Elon Musk type of philanthropist figure, and he starts saying to her, he says, she thinks he wants her face. No, he actually wants to do a proper job, and he starts saying, I want you to help me put my money. What would be the best way to help the poor in Africa? And she interrupts him and says, build roads. Start at the base. Never mind, not the people. Start at the cause of the problem. Start at the roots. As they say.
That is true.
Yeah, teach him how to fish rather than teach him how to give him.
Who's this fella then?
So,
What Wes
this is
just said.
Steven Crowder. This is 14 years ago.
That's very
well, but I just want to show this first clip. I'll show you this other one over here, Jesus versus Muhammad. But this is before he had his daily show.
Islam, the religion of peace. Allah Akbar! No, we're not talking about those extremists. Truth is, maybe Islam's gotten a bad rep here in Western America. It's not fair to judge a religion based on the acts of a few crazy individuals. I'm a fair guy. If we wanted to observe a proper example of Christianity, we'd look to Christ. Buddhism to Buddha, Scientology to the alien volcanic rock overlords, I think. So for Islam, it's only fair to look at Muhammad. And so I've been reading this book lately called the Quran, and it's been enlightening. I ain't read all of it, but I reckon I understand a good deal of it. Mm-hmm. Now, I know how careful we have to be with any actual portrayals of Muhammad, which is why I've taken great pains to avoid doing so. I am not Muhammad!
But I'll
See?
just play this part too.
Today, kids, we're going to be comparing Jesus to Muhammad. Peace.
Look how different he looks.
I know, but that's like 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Here.
Let's get to the root of the issue.
He's grown.
Yes, let's look to the faith's
Been
holiest
to the
of
gym.
prophets, their model citizens, if you will. Jesus versus Muhammad.
He's Canadian. I think he's half Canadian. He's Crowder's half Canadian. He was brought up in French Canada.
Yeah, he's from Canada.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he basically had a daily show for like the last few years, and it's just.
I still don't know why they still do a show on YouTube if they're demonetized and everything else.
Well, they're hyping up Rumble.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
I
his
don't know.
name? Got kicked off YouTube, didn't he?
Which one?
That
Yeah,
guy.
there's like 20 people I know that got kicked off YouTube and went over to Rumble now.
Yeah.
I have 2 accounts over there.
What's the
So,
guy's
I mean,
name?
Alex
He used to
Jones
be.
is the big one.
The guy who did What Is a Woman? He did the documentary on What Is a
Oh,
Woman.
Matt Walsh. He's still on
Matt
YouTube.
Walsh. No, he got
Mhm.
kicked out. He's off.
Did he?
Yeah, he's off now. And
Mhm.
they wanted him to apologize because there was this advert with this guy advertising tan packs, and so basically he said he refuses to call that person a girl, and you know, and so YouTube wanted him to apologize, and he said no.
No,
So
he's still on. He's still on.
yeah, it must be repeats though. That's got to
No.
be. What's the latest one? What was the latest one?
25 minutes ago.
Oh, right. So
Wow.
he's back on then. Interesting.
Yeah.
How did he
Yeah,
get back on?
Oh, look, they got the Queen and King and Queen victim are at it again.
How did
Good
he get back
grief.
on though? That's the question.
I didn't know he was off.
I didn't. I saw him get kicked off. I didn't know he was back.
Yeah,
so.
nor did I. So also, is it that he's just operating now and and the whole channel's demonetized?
I
and
think
he's not
I think a
they're not
lot of
making any money?
people,
So that's
even
the
I think a
question,
lot
isn't
of
it?
people are
Mm.
just doing YouTube to siphon it over to Rumble.
Rumble, yeah.
Plus, I mean, I know the Lotus Eaters, Carl Benjamin, Sargon, or Cow's team. I think they're demonetized in nearly everything, but they've still got their YouTube channels on. I mean, I actually watched them on their
Well,
podcast for the website.
I have a ton of stuff over at Rumble.
But I
so-
know there's
too,
there's a chap I watch, an Italian guy called his channel called the Metatron, and he does is mainly historical stuff. Right? And curiously enough, after he made a video about a certain historical Netflix show done by the wife of a certain boxing punch artist, should we say?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's just completely been demonetized as well for no reason that he can see.
Cleopatra.
That's
isn't
the
it?
one.
The
Yes.
documentary
Oh
on
yeah,
Cleopatra.
there's a lot of
Yeah,
people that got in
yeah.
trouble for the Cleopatra on YouTube.
Netflix in particular, I'm happy to say.
But it's this is the thing, you see, right? Even though people are wrong, they will not admit that they're wrong. Even though the facts are presented to them, they will not admit that they're wrong.
You know, Ian,
this is a crazy world we live in.
you know, I actually the other day I came out and said I was wrong on some things about the new Zelda game. My opinion changed. So I was like, I know Father sees my tweets.
No, actually I don't. But I was just thinking of the Zelda trailer from
10
years ago. Was it?
Yeah. So I blasted it when it first came out because there is a tutorial area that can go anywhere from 2 hours to 10 hours, depending on how slow you are. The tutorial area is huge in the new game.
Wow.
And I was saying all these things, and I was actually pointing out things, but then within I've gotten more hands-on with it. I've seen some really good things in it, and I've seen some bad things in it that I wish the Switch would be just upgraded, and it would kind of knock out some of these.
What's this?
So,
No, I'm just playing it in the background. This is the IGN trailer they did like 14 years ago for Zelda.
yeah.
All right.
Watch out, you'll get hit for
Well, that's why I'm not doing the sound.
yeah. Nintendo is hardcore, just like Disney is.
Disney's on. I hope Disney's on its way out. I really do.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not on their way out. They still got some life in them.
Did you see they've just completely dropped 6 shows from Disney Plus. One of which
I
is
did
the
see
Willow
that.
series.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the other ones are offhand, but they've just watched that.
Willow's
one.
going away. I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, Echo is going to get all dropped at once. Did you hear that, Father?
Yeah, I
don't care.
I don't care either, but I found that funny.
I don't even
was
know what
laughing.
Echo is, but I don't care.
I was laughing about it.
Is she the one that's deaf?
Yes, she's the one that's deaf.
So if she's deaf, why is she called Echo?
She was a Daredevil character. So
Oh, gee.
it was either
Yeah, I get it,
Daredevil or a Hawkeye
Da-
character. I don't remember.
But Daredevil's blind, and if I remember right, he partly goes by echolocation. If on the way back, it's great. But if a character is deaf, they can't hear anything. So echo is an irrelevant name for them.
I know. I thought it was kind of silly too. So, just like Father, did you bring up the Miss Marvel where they killed her off? And she has some... Did you bring it up yet?
No, I didn't, but I think it's great.
Talk about that.
Hold on. What's going on about Miss Marvel?
She's dead.
How is she dead? Why is she dead?
They're killing her off.
No, she's already dead.
Oh, she's already done it, have they? In a Spider-Man comic. Apparently, it's one of the Spider-Man comics is not selling very well, and people are going nuts because they're saying it's Islamophobic because it was a little white at the stern. As if anybody actually thinks she's going to stay dead for more than 2 months.
No, she's not. Here's the thing: she's got a movie in 6 months.
Exactly.
Is that right? They're going to bring her back. They're going to make her a full-on mutant. They're going to turn her into a mutant.
But look. You know, her costume sucks. The character of her sucks. And the TV show, I saw one episode and that was enough for me. I'm sorry, right? But what's wrong with having, and I'm not having a go at the actress at all, what's wrong with having attractive females on screen?
Well,
I don't find her attractive at all. And I don't find Miss Marvel attractive either. And I don't find the other Marvel attractive at all.
She was made just like the knockoff Spidey was.
Yeah.
Miles is the knockoff Spidey, and she was the knockoff.
I mean, look. I mean, like, look at say for instance, the Goonies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had one attractive girl in there. You had one girl that was a bit of a geek in the Goonies group, didn't you? So it was okay to have an attractive girl that was in her teens in movies. Why is it not all right now? I have no idea. Huh?
The original Scooby-Doo, all the way because you can't because
Father the face.
I mean, look how ugly she is, even in the drawing. It's like
She's dying here.
I mean, look at the drawing.
Wait! Did you see the Little Mermaid face?
I saw the comparison. Yes.
I've got a couple of questions about this character. One thing that's occurred to me: I'm not familiar with her, and I've not seen the series, but I understand that she got her power from what I understand. Obviously, I'll be quite fair. Everything I know from this, I've seen from people talking about it, mainly criticizing it. So, obviously,
they made her an Inhuman, Colin. And
no, but it's as I understand it, she got her powers from a set of bracelets she got from her grandmother.
There's a couple, yeah.
So my question is regarding that: what would have happened if they'd been delivered to the wrong person? Now, if it's a case of there's something in there they got from her grandmother, and there's something about those bracelets that triggered something in her genetics, which is why she got them from her grandmother. Yeah, okay, that's good. But if it's a case of they're just magic bracelets, then anybody could have got them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that that's how pathetic the writing is, right?
Exactly.
Because, you know, bracelets.
I love how they don't bring this picture up anymore, Father. Do you notice that?
That was the first time I was introduced to Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And I hated her ever since. Because I'd never read anything about Captain Marvel, but they bring her in Civil War 2.
Old school Captain Marvel was awesome.
Yeah,
she was awesome. She was freaking awesome.
Is that as Miss Marvel or
Miss
when
Marvel.
she became?
Yes, I remember the Miss Marvel
beforehand, back when she was before they
known as
radicalized
Miss Marvel.
her. Yeah, when she was Miss Marvel, and she had that really nice tight outfit, and she was freaking cool. So
DJ says.
Well, Miss Marvel's costume was literally a swimsuit, the original. You know what I mean? So I mean, you know, so
this is one of the few times I could probably bring up the swimsuit edition without causing scandal, because it's either Martha Stewart.
You're having to do the church lady.
No, because it's 81-year-old Martha Stewart on the cover. Or the transgender
To be honest,
person.
I'd rather see.
Give me a
Martha
warning when you
Stewart.
finish it, so I can look back at the screen.
No, I actually think it's great because people won't be buying it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Sports Illustrated shot themselves in the foot just like Ford with their rainbow truck.
Was that real?
It's real.
Oh, gee.
I have. Oh, Father, here. I got
saw
the link.
thing.
For,
I saw Gary posted something. To
yeah,
it.
I got the
thought
link
that
for
was
it
fake.
if you want it. Do you want the link for the
Sure.
video? Let me give it. Let me go and dig
Oh,
in
it's
my
a video.
stuff. Yeah. Let me go. I'm digging in my stuff for the MF.
Let me see if I can find.
I've also got.
Oh, you can't find it because they delisted it. So I have a link to it, a set link, because they were getting so much traffic and people were all going after them. So I don't know if it's still there. Let me see. I'm gonna put it in the private chat here.
Talking about
Well, I found.
You have to have the link to see it. There we go.
Okay.
You're talking about lazy writing, Ian. Some had occurred to me.
I was gonna talk about this on the MFer tonight.
Oh yeah, I found this already. They have it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is. I found this exact same thing on YouTube. Okay.
Okay, that flag, the word progress, forget it, not interested.
See how they got the mud all over the car and dust. You're like, hey, this is gonna be a cool. They're gonna do something cool, right?
No, I
can
saw
see
the
the
flag at
pig.
the beginning of the advert.
See, that was the decoy to get you away from that one right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question is, how much more expensive is that because of the various different paint jobs you're going to need?
Oh, that's gonna be expensive as all get out. Redefining tough.
You want to put a big target on your back. I mean, that's what you drive.
Yeah, dude. That's like the biggest target ever. That's like saying, "Come rob me," basically.
Well, you know, you can always buy it and get a paint job, I guess.
I need to get that clip.
Yeah, I need to get that too.
You sent someone else that occurred to me with that the Ms. Marvel thing. It hadn't occurred to me before, but from the clips I've seen, for the upcoming film that no one's going to watch, the next box office bomb. As I understand it, you've got the Monica Rambeau character. It's out in space. She touches something which may or may not be a wormhole, and because of that,
alien thing,
and because of that, she then swaps places with
Miss Marvel.
With Ms. Marvel. Fortunately, her uniform gets changed, but fortunately, the spacesuit doesn't.
Yeah,
Or Miss Marvel would appear in space and be in there for about 30 seconds before she died. And then Ms. Marvel swaps places with Captain. But basically, they kick them into a circle, which is okay. I can understand, but why them? What is the connection between them, other than the fact that they've got Marvel in their name?
Well, I mean, Miss Marvel is a big, Miss Marvel is a big Captain Marvel fangirl.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering. I mean, it may be something that they explain if anybody ever watched the movie.
I'm thinking it's like because they're mutants. I think they're going to come out. All three of them are mutants because we already know Monica's a mutant, and we already know they haven't said that. So Monica's the only confirmed mutant there, but I'm going to tell you, all three are going to come out as mutants. Watch.
Listen, guys, this is not worth spending a second on.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
I'll just say I don't care for Nick Fury anymore.
No, and that Secret War show is going to be terrible too.
We'll find out.
I'm tempted to try and watch.
Yeah, because we know comics and we're gonna want. God bless comics and Brahma and everybody, man. Because in culture is like, no, dude, I can't. Father? Were you there when I was on the show with Culture when we were talking about Moon Knight? Oh,
No.
Culture doesn't cuss
I know
on
Culture.
stream. Yeah. Okay. He blew a gasket. This man does not cuss on stream. Okay.
He's pretty chill as a whole.
Yeah. I'm going to say this because I've known Culture for years now. To get Culture to that upset, you really gotta pull a thread on him. Culture is cool as a cucumber all the time, but I have never seen him that angry before.
I've lost the conversation. What was he angry about?
Moon Knight.
Oh, Moonlight.
Because of the show.
I didn't want to watch any of that.
I saw him angry about one other time, but it wasn't as bad as that because somebody just really just irked him. He goes, "Look, dude, you need to chill out."
I'm tempted to go back to actually watch Nick Fury when he was David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, I saw that film.
I have that still.
I've got that somewhere.
It wasn't that bad for the time that it was made. The worst one was the Captain America movie they made, produced by Elton John. That was terrible. Did you see that one? Yeah, that was awful. His costume was awful. The whole thing was just awful.
Yeah, it was.
But was his Captain America before or after it became revealed he's actually been a Hydra agent all the time?
No, it was none of that was in it, obviously. But it's like he's wearing some kind of latex rubber costume. It just
he was.
So bad.
He had the eye, but it was pretty cool.
It's a bit rubbish. Yeah, that's. But they did their best at that moment in time, didn't they? To try and bring superheroes to the screen.
Yeah.
But they failed miserably. So there you go. Anybody going to watch the Flash movie when it comes out?
Oh no, I'm not going to waste my time on that, man.
No.
The only reason why the Flash movie is going to do somewhat decent is because of Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is the only reason why that movie is going to make any money.
You mean the Batman movie guest starring the Flash?
Yeah, more or less.
Michael Keaton is the only reason why that movie. Did you talk about Indiana Jones yet, Father?
A bit,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you see what happened at Cannes?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you don't know whether that's true or not. That's the thing. You don't know whether because like now the media is kind of going on the other side now. It used to be heavily on the left.
But
now
here's
it's
my
going.
thing.
So we don't know. We'll have to find out.
Okay,
for
so if
ourselves.
somebody already did this and the media is going back on it, that means it probably happened.
Yeah, probably. I don't look. I don't trust the media. I don't trust. Like for instance, right? A lot of the heavy hitters like Drinker and were saying that that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was bad, but I went to see it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Yes, it's not perfect, but it was a lot of fun, and I recommend it. I recommend it.
I think
to
Gary
everyone.
said it was even.
Gary liked it.
What? Which one? Which movie?
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah. I haven't got to see it yet. I've been waiting for it.
I just don't want to. I mean,
it is worth it.
I'm sure it is, but I'm just fatigued.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's because they've done that to us, basically. But
I'm still waiting for John Wick to come on in demand so I can watch it. The fourth movie.
Appeal to me, but someone said I can't remember that basically that. Disney haven't created superhero fatigue. They've created superhero narc.
I think you got cut off.
I say Disney didn't create superhero fatigue. They created superhero movie narcolepsy.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing: they should have stopped. And here's my thing, and I said this multiple times. I know you heard me say this. They should have stopped it in game and took a break. They should have and then planned everything out better than what they did. But no, they just went on hey, we're gonna have Endgame. Hey, in a couple months, in 2-3 months, hey, we're gonna start everything up. No,
But
You should have just let Endgame have its time.
the reason
Come back
why
in about a year or two.
they can't do that because
No.
basically it's a company and they
Oh,
have to do tax
dude.
returns and all that, so they can't stop. Otherwise,
Oh yeah, they can because they make money hands over fist.
No, they
still.
can't. They can't. They can't stop. That's the business. You know, when Justice League got made, when Joss Whedon took over, you know that they wanted to slow down and do it properly, but they didn't because of the return. And if they didn't complete the film at a certain time, the people at the top of Warner Bros. Wouldn't get their bonus. That's why they told them to rush it. So that's what I'm saying. It's all about money at the end of the day. It's not.
But there's
not
a
about
huge
the
difference
art at
between
all.
Warner Brothers and Disney. Disney
Disney's in the
got
same
its hands in everything.
No. Disney's in the same boat, but they have to comply.
Well, it's because they keep putting crap out all the time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's a different subject we're talking about there. Yeah. But the business side, none of these studios can afford to stop and regroup. They can't.
Well, that's my thing is instead of just putting multiple things of crap out, they just should put some good things out so they can actually make some money.
Yeah, but they don't know what good is. No. So whatever they put out is going to be rubbish anyway.
Yeah, and did you hear? And I was looking at because I said I was on Ryan's stream and I was talking to somebody else, with Jed and a couple other people. Dude, Indiana Jones, the movie has to make over $1 billion to even break even. There is no way it's going to make that.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people out there that want to see this film. I mean, I might catch it, who knows? But quite frankly, right, just by reading and saying that Indiana Jones's marriage failed, I just thought to myself, do you know what? You know where it's going now.
I made the mistake of seeing through Crystal Skull. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Oh no, Crystal Skull scarred me, man.
And the fact also is, if it wasn't for the fact that Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford's almost 80 something.
Yeah.
Okay, Father, I want to bring this up, and Ian, I want. Why does Harrison Ford says, I hate Star Wars, I hate coming back for all these things, but he keeps coming back to do things.
And you know why? Because of the dollar and the money. That's why he's doing it. He wants to buy another plane, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? So there you go.
There was a very old joke when the Caligula Caligula movie came out. I'm not commenting. It was long. And apparently,
you mean the Caligula in the 70s, Colin?
Yeah, I think so. It was
that one. Yeah,
it was slammed for being very adult. Yeah, pornographic. And I think it was not the 9 o'clock newsline said that Alec Guinness said there was apologized for the movie, and he said there was no mention of pornography when he read the original paycheck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That people
which sums it up,
money.
Yeah.
They do. I mean, Harrison Ford, right? Yeah. What I don't understand about Harrison Ford, I think he's very ungrateful. You know, Han Solo made his career.
Yeah.
And for him to
actually, American Graffiti helped start him on that.
Wasn't where Eagles Dare before Star Wars?
No,
American Graffiti
after Star
was before Star Wars.
And but he only had a small part in American Graffiti.
And the reason why he got the part in Star Wars because he was in American Graffiti. So if he never showed up in American Graffiti,
that's not true.
Yeah,
that's not true. No, that's not true. Harrison Ford, right, had a tiny part in American Graffiti.
Yeah, I know.
And the reason why he got the part, the reason why he got the part as Harrison Ford was, first of all, he was a carpenter and he was repairing George Lucas's doors, right?
Yeah.
Second of all, right, when they had to read, they didn't have anyone, so they asked Harrison Ford to read. And the more he read, the more George Lucas realized that maybe they should cast him, and they did. They cast him.
But what I'm trying to say is because he knew Lucas.
Yeah,
that's
well,
the reason why he got the chance.
I don't. But the thing is, he didn't know. He didn't. He knew him, but he knew him. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's what I'm saying. He knew him, but he didn't.
Here we go. Here's a flashback.
One day at a time.
Hello.
Oh.
Elsa's pass key.
Keith, you all right? Hello, Mark.
I am Miss Romano. I came to fix the lamp.
Mark Hamill from the before Star Wars.
Mark Hamill. My gosh, he's a good chap, but you know, sometimes I think
Not
all
on
these
Twitter,
stars-
he isn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
not
should
on
stay off
Twitter.
Stay
Well,
off
I think
Twitter. All stars
you-
should stay off Twitter. Come on.
Absolutely, social politicians. I
Yeah.
think that you're saying. I mean, you were saying about Harrison Ford being ungrateful. You compare him to. I mean, I remember years ago seeing on YouTube. I don't know how long it was. There was a there was a captain's panel with Shatner, Stewart, basically all the captains up to and including Archer. And it went on. It was quite an interesting panel. And at the end of it, they asked them, "What does Star Trek mean to you?" And again, and Shatner says basically everything. I wouldn't have my career if it hadn't been for it. You know, all the things he said, all the times he's joked or not joked about it, he's shown remarkable. You know, he's shown understanding gratitude for that one particular role that made him. So whereas Harrison Ford doesn't seem to have that much care for the character that what you said. I mean, I think was probably did make him. I mean, would he have got Indiana Jones if he hadn't done Star Wars? I don't know.
No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have.
not.
I mean,
No.
Han Solo made his career, and all he can do is just basically badmouth the actual character. He wanted to die in Empire, but George wouldn't let him. He wanted to die in Jedi, but George wouldn't let him. And he got his wish in Force Awakens. So
yeah,
you know,
here we go.
It's just bad.
I don't know if you've seen this.
Okay, thank you. It's we have an okay. Yes, is it right here? Clutching right there. Yeah.
Oh, but this is all an act, though.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
You son of a bitch. What do you want? Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Always trying to blame me. You're the one who couldn't keep it in your furry pants.
Actually, he's not wearing any kind of. Doesn't wear pants.
I rest my case.
But he's a good actor, though. He was great in Witness, and he was great in The Fugitive, and you know he has a level of acting that is really good. But what I'm saying is that you get some actors sometimes that are just not grateful for the fans or for the characters they've played, and I find that really sad personally.
Yeah,
and he's one of them.
Or when you get the perfect person like Henry Cavill and you recast him as Superman.
Yeah.
Like, you know, hey, we got the closest thing to Christopher Reeve in like how long? And hey, we're gonna, get rid of him just like Capaldi was the closest you were ever gonna get to Tom Baker. So they screwed him over. So
I mean, you say, the thing is, I'm sure that side of the fence, that political, however you get it, but they literally don't seem to understand that people can have a different opinion to them. They do not understand. I mean, they will put things out that they think is, oh look, this is an example of how something's doing wrong. The Trump town hall. But actually, I mean, my first thought for that, because I didn't. When I first saw, I didn't understand the town hall, and the town halls aren't something.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone again.
I don't know.
I know it's crap. We don't have that much familiarity with them. But my first thought was, where the heck did CNN get this audience?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Archer.
CNN, and they get an audience that's cheering Trump.
Well, I mean, it was the Republican primary voters.
Yeah, but CNN always pick the crowd. That's
exactly.
Why I even said the same thing Colin just said.
And the thing is that, but they think, but you see the likes of The View and going back and they're saying, they're complaining, they're saying what a bad thing this was and here and the rest of another. They do not actually seem to understand that for a large number of people, what they are saying is a bad thing. It's a good thing. They do not seem to be able to understand that other people can have an opinion. Well, actually, I agree with that. I don't think that's racist. I don't think that's putting someone down. I don't think that's offensive. I think that's a good point of view.
Do you know what? Right, talking about Mr. Trump, my gut reaction tells me that he was trying to do good, but he did so much bad before he became the president that basically there was no way he was going to move forward because they can always pull up that stuff that he's done in the past. So that I think that's where my mind stands with him, and I don't know whether that's true, and I know nothing about him, but all I know is he did some stuff in the past. So I don't understand how he became president in the first place. That seems to have how did that happen? Did people actually vote for him, or was it fixed?
Yeah, no, I think they voted for him.
Oh, 2020 was fixed with Biden getting in.
No, I think 2016, I think was to use a Babylon 5 quote, the year that everything changed, or lots of things changed. Because 2016, we had two major upsets that no one really thought would happen. And both happened despite the establishment, unquote, media, etc., pressure against it. We had one thing happen my side of the pond, one thing happened your side of the pond. We had Brexit, you had Trump. In both cases, despite massive establishment pushback against them.
Okay, so this is a commercial he did. This is one of the reasons I can't really stand it. And this book also is $90.
Wow.
This is your all-time favorite president, Donald J. Trump. Over the
He's not my all-time favorite.
last 40 years, I have corresponded with some of the most incredible people, from presidents to kings and queens, and from Hollywood stars to business titans. My new coffee table book, Letters to Trump, published by Winning Team Publishing, features some of these never-before-seen
This is
letters.
an advert
Get your
for his
copy
book?
today at 45books.com. I
Wow,
think you'll really,
that is
really
crazy.
love it.
Well,
But
at
you
least
know-
he's pushing his merch out there, man.
But
Gotta
before,
respect
but,
the hustle on that.
but before, so when did everything go to crap? Basically, when? Because like when, for instance, when Ronald Reagan was president, I think a lot of people thought that the president was powerful. He was the man.
Well, but there was only 3 networks at that time.
All right, that's what I'm saying. So when do you think it went? When do you think people realized that the president really didn't have any power? Even they've never had any power.
Reagan should have never had Bush as his running mate, because that set the stage for a bunch of crap that went down later on.
Yeah.
I suspect the answer to your question is probably when a certain crop of students started coming out of the universities that have been corrupted 10, 20 years earlier. So when the long march through the universities and the rest of it reached the peak where the universities was turning out people who believed all this stuff. I suspect that's probably. I mean, obviously there are going to be people who believe the socialists or whatever it is all the way through. But
I think the division's always been there, though.
Yeah, it has.
Because I've been rewatching for some reason the JFK assassination coverage, and it's basically you got one person on there blaming the right wing for taking him out. I mean, this is 63. I mean, you still had the division.
But it was to do with the mafia, though. The mafia was heavily involved.
I thought it was
in
Castro.
Well, it was the mafia as well, because I went on the tour.
I didn't go to the house like you did.
Yeah, I went to the house, but I mean, what the guy was saying made a lot of sense, because it all boils down to when he shot the police cop, and the police cop was connected to the mafia, and the mafia, and he only lived a couple of roads down from him where he shot him. So it kind of makes all sense. It kind of connects all together. But who knows? Nobody really knows the truth. Well, somebody does.
We know that JFK killed himself.
Yep, I've seen that.
In Red
Dwarf. Exactly where I was going for. Exactly the same place. Great minds think alike.
But no, I'll tell you, I wish I could go back to Dallas next month for the meetup, but I want to get back down there. I really enjoyed the
Yeah,
city.
me too.
No,
I won't be able
I can't
to
afford
get.
it this year. I can't. I really can't.
I won't be
can't
able to go
afford
to
it
a
either.
meetup until.
He's coming. Gary's coming over in September. He messaged me saying he's coming over in September in England. So I'm going to try and find a venue for him.
Yeah, I know
I think
PJ was
also
lined up.
Andy's going to try and find a venue because Andy's been talking to his wife. So hopefully I'll see him in September.
Are you working with Dan on that, or is
No,
Az
well, no. I mean, Dan doesn't really know him, but yeah, we're obviously going to try and squeeze a type 40 in there somewhere.
Oh, are
But,
you gonna talk with Az too?
No,
You
look,
probably don't.
look. I said to Gary when I was down. Remember, Gary's on the roof. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
When I saw him on the roof, I don't think Gary registered this. He said, "Oh, maybe next time Az will come." And I said to Gary, "Look, Az is never going to come, mate. He's never going to set foot on the plane. I don't think he's ever going to. He's had 3 chances to come down. He's never going to do it, right? There's no reason for him not to come down. So, but I don't think Gary registered what I was saying, and I don't think Az is going to be there in London either. He doesn't even live in London, Az.
No, he
So-
lives in Birmingham, doesn't he?
I don't know where he lives, but he doesn't. I don't think he lives in London.
No,
I'd be pretty surprised to see
somewhere in
him.
Yorkshire, I
Actually,
think.
yeah, I'd be pretty surprised to see him if he does turn up in London. But hopefully, it'll be interesting to see how many fans he has over here, because we know America. You know, a lot of people.
No, I mean, I think you'd be surprised. I mean, with the
Yeah,
critical
I will.
drinker and
Drinkin's Scotland.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's
PJ.
part of the UK.
Yeah, but Drink is not going to come down. I don't think he's going to come down from Scotland. He might do. Who knows? But I don't think he is.
You have, Father. You have to remember something. All right. You guys think 200 years is a long time. We think 2 hours. We think 5 hours drive is a long time. Despite the fact that everything is a lot closer in the UK than it is in the States, or possibly because of that, we don't tend to travel long distances that much. We tend to think a long distance travel.
Oh, he's in Yorkshire.
I've got a feeling he's somewhere near Sheffield. I think he's somewhere.
As I said,
in the
I
general
don't think-
vicinity of Purple.
Yeah, because I don't know if he didn't go to Dallas, or he didn't go to the other one as well before that one. I don't think Az is going to travel from where he is to London. I'll be pretty surprised if he was there, because it would be the first time he's actually turned up to a meetup, wouldn't it?
Being able to go to London to start.
Yeah. So, but I also I don't think the Drink is going to turn up either. He's in Scotland, and it's kind of like a hassle to go from Scotland into London. So. But anyway, I might be wrong, and it's going to be interesting if he turns up to see how many people will actually turn up to see Gary. So,
Well, but the only reason I say it is because he's part of the network, the group.
Yes.
And I mean, it's not like he's unknown over there.
Yeah, but I don't know whether Jeremy's coming over or X-Ray Girl or anything like that. All I know is that he's coming over with his wife. That I think they're making a holiday of it as well. So it'd be interesting to see.
Them.
Yeah, so
way to do it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, I guess. Yeah, so will be interesting. But yeah, are you gonna go? You can't go this year, Father, to the Dallas
I can't.
meetup? No.
Well, as I was telling you before, I have to go to North Dakota.
Oh, of
in
course. Sorry.
About a month, and then I'm going to Philly for 2 weeks at the end of July.
Yeah. Well, all I remember of that night was it was hot.
It was hot.
That's all I remember.
But it was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
It was bigger than Vegas, I think.
Was
At
it?
least I think it was bigger than Vegas. I mean, we had the whole place to ourselves, and it was still cramped in there.
Yeah, we had a little table on the side, didn't we? With fun. It was. I got recognised by 2 people. So there you go. Maybe it was worth it just for that.
Oh, PJ, I may see you in Vegas next year, because me
I
and
wish
Sin
I
are
could,
going.
but
Yeah, we're planning to go to Vegas next year.
Part of me is thinking if I go to the meetup, unless they have one in the Midwest, I'm going to have to go to Dallas because I cannot make it to Vegas. And honestly, Vegas was expensive.
Yeah.
When
Speaking
we
of
had the
which-
second meetup out here at in Arizona, we had almost 250 to 300 people out here.
Mm.
I was shocked. I didn't think, because the first meetup, we all, like me, Ryan, Culture, and everybody were like, and it's still on my Twitter, and there's even a stream of it. Here, I don't even say this. I even had, and that was Jed's first time on stream. He told me this last night when we were talking about it. Let me get this right here. So we had like 200 some for that one. We only had a few people there. There was only like maybe 8 of us. And then to go from, 200 and go from 8 people, maybe 8 people to like 200 to 300 people was wow. Like,
Well, but I mean, again, you consider how much all the channels have grown over the last few years.
Yeah, and in this, considering that,
Yeah, it's true.
I've done a lot more over the past few years too.
Because I pretty much have given up sending super chats because I can't afford the big ones that get read. But as a member, it does give you the milestone chat. And my last one said like 46 months I've been a member of Gary's channel.
Mm.
I mean, I remember joining as soon as it became available because it was a chance to be able to actually talk with him on stream.
Yeah. He's a nice chap, Gary.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I enjoy going to the meetups. I just wish I could. It's I'm in the same boat as Odin now.
Mm.
And speaking of which, I'm going to have to start wrapping up in a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something.
There's Man of War.
Back when I was just getting into YouTube and that, but long before the channel was that much, I remember I actually sent Gary an email to Doctor Who, I think. And he come back to me and he said, "Oh, great, thanks." He actually replied to me, and I was a really nice guy. And he said, "I'll talk about my stream, but I'll drop your name, obviously." And he does that, and he goes through the whole stream, and he gets to the end, and he goes, "Oh, that reminds me." And he's just about to read my email, and my bloody stream went dead.
Oh.
What? No!
Hey, Father, this is the meetup, because I can't put it in there. There's the meetup of the first Arizona.
You want me
meetup.
to bring that up?
Yeah, if you want to bring it up. Yeah, and you actually get to see my face.
Is that the one in Vegas, the very first one?
No, this was the first one here in Arizona.
All right.
There was only
I have it on
of
mute
us.
right now.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you might want to. See, there's Ryan. There's me.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you look like?
Yeah, I didn't get a haircut that day, so. So yeah, there's me, Ryan, Culture. We're all, and then at one point, me and Ryan were kicking ass on video games and stuff.
I got to admit, what's his name? Culture is a really nice guy. Really nice guy.
Yeah, Culture. Yeah, we were all just drinking and having fun, and you know. So that
I met Ryan as well.
That was my first live stream out away from YouTube. So because I was like, "Hey guys, you want to do this?" And instead, so there's Culture.
Yeah, he still needs to cut his hair.
Well, he had his hair. His hair was longer than that.
Yeah, well, it's longer now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this was like two and a half years ago. So, and Ryan was showing me how to do stuff. So was Culture, so we could do this. So, yeah, we were just doing a bunch of other stuff. So that was the first time that
I don't know. I don't know how long this YouTube streaming thing is going to last, though. But
hey, there's Biggles right there.
Something's going to take over it, isn't it? And then you have to jump on something else. It's inevitable.
Well, that's why Rumble's becoming big.
Yeah. I've got a channel on Rumble. I've only got one episode of Rebecca Gold on it. I haven't had a chance to put anything else up, but I've got that too. I've got that.
I got a black chip.
Oh, yeah. This is the Vegas one.
Yeah. Mine's is the Dallas one.
Yeah, he gave me a chip for I think the Arizona meetup or something. Yeah.
So, well, with that, I got to start wrapping up because I have a few things going on this evening. In addition to graduation parties.
I got to do the MF for tonight.
So
I got two streams I got to do tonight.
Well, I was just going to ask anybody got anything to plug?
Yeah. we just had our Mortal Kombat. I brought the Archivist back for a little bit. We did about an hour stream or so. We were discussing about Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat game. We saw it was disaster, man. The thing, it's just they blue balled people the last 2 days on things, and it's just. But tonight at 6 p.m. Arizona time, Pacific, because Arizona switches back and forth. 6 p.m. Pacific time, we're gonna have it used to be the MF for cocktail hour, but Matt is leaving. He's taking a leave of absence. So in his leave of absence, I have taken over the cocktail lounge, and it is now called the MF for Bootleg Roadhouse. So we have the same cast of characters over there. We still do the same thing as we do on the cocktail lounge, and it's immediately right after a Friday Night Tights. So I wanted to keep the spirit alive for the cocktail lounge, and just try going. And yeah, Matt will be back at some point, but I'm taking over till he gets back. And so, and then after that, we're going to be on Dermy's channel, and Ballbusters is going to be up. And Ballbusters can get wild. Like last week, Dermy was shaving his hair, his beard and stuff, and it gets wild time. Then tomorrow night, there's Vets Talking on Soldier Spirit's channel. Soldier is a good dude. I begin to be friends with him. And then, yeah, I go and do stuff with Joe's on his channel. We do other things. I'm doing tons of stuff again. So, but yeah, please, the MF for Roadhouse tonight, and then after that, Ballbusters. So, and then tomorrow, I think Ryan is going to be on Vets Talking tomorrow night. So, go see that tomorrow night. Please go see all these. Go subscribe to my channel if you can, and subscribe to Father if you were just dropping by. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to Ian, and subscribe to Colin, please.
I've
what?
I've
What are you
subbed,
saying?
sorry. I've subbed. to
I was telling the audience. I was telling chat if they just were popping.
One more thing before you go. I've just read here that they're talking to Eddie Murphy to take over the Pink Panther movies.
Oh dear Lord. It's bad, dude. So,
oh Lord.
I'm gonna go eat and chill until I have to do 2 more streams tonight, because I've already done 2 streams today.
Oh,
I've done mine.
I thought I was busy.
And then I've just got on Father Christopher, and then now we're going to do the MFer and then Ballbusters. So,
well, Archie, you got anything?
For once, yes, I'm busy. In
that's
about
cool, man.
2.5 hours time, PJ and I are going to be on Tabletop Junkie stream playing Castles and Crusades again, which is about 5 weeks since we last played. Then tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock UK time, we've got Let's Talk Geeky on PJ's channel. And Monday week, just in case anything else, FFSI channel, we're doing a discussion on the 1970s Monkey Magic series.
Love that show.
Yeah. Nature Monkey was impossible.
Yeah. It's
We're
fantastic.
doing a talk on that one.
Ian, anything?
Yeah, well, I mean, people know that I've got Rebecca Gold channel, which has my movies and has the Rebecca Gold web series. But also, again, I like to say that Bad Day is on Netflix and in Tubi in America. And a lot of people don't know this, but the composer of the classic Doctor Who did the music for my movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for Bad Day. So Dominic Glynn, he did the music for
Nice.
the I think it's the Colin Baker era. So he did the music for Bad Day.
Oh, that was kind of the music on Collins' era.
Yeah. So you know, if that's not enough to make you watch the movie, then I don't know what. So there you go.
Was it Rebecca Gold, or what's it on Netflix?
No, Netflix is Bad Day, a movie called Bad Day, which I made 10 years ago. Funnily enough, Bad Day has 2 female leads and a black guy. So make of that as you will. So there you go. And that was made over 10 years ago. So there you go.
Man of War is right. Eddie becomes the new De Niro. Translation: I'll be in your crap movie if the price is right. He's pulling a Harrison Ford.
It's funny, I took your name in not vain a while ago, Ian. So we were talking on the channel about things production about Dan Dare.
Oh
I told him like an independent Dan Dare movie. I said, Ian's an independent filmmaker.
I would direct anything if I got paid. That's what I was Disney came to me, I'd direct their films.
Crowdfund that to what it's a Dan Dare, let Ian do it.
Cool.
Well, with that, I gotta run. So I'll be able to stream next Friday. So we'll do it
I'm
again.
around
Okay,
next
yeah,
Friday,
that'd be cool, Father.
Okay. Well, I thank everybody for watching. Till next Friday, we'll be seeing you.
God bless.
And we're heading.